What's up, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome to round 2 of locals for feature matches this past week. So we've got my brother on the left there playing D, his OCG variant, the same build that I have a deck profile on my channel already. So if you like what you see in his build and it's a playstyle that interests you and you want to know what he's playing, don't bother asking for a profile in the comments. There's already one on my channel, and I'll leave a link to it in the description for you guys to check out. So all you have to do is check there, and it'll take you right to it. But I recommend you stick around and watch this match. So Draco or Dark Pepe on the right side there, business as usual with Monkey Board, Lizard Draw, and Skullcrobat Joker. A new addition that the deck has been playing recently is Rescue Rabbit, just because there's actually a lot more targets now with Master Pendulum. They're playing them at 3, as well as Vector Pendulum. Of course, Luster has been hit to 1, so you need more targets for, just Pendulum scales in general. I think the deck is lacking a lot of high scales, as far as what some of my friends were telling me that play the deck. At least one of them was saying, the deck has just too many low scales now that Luster is not hit, now that Luster's hit, because I do believe that Luster's a 5 scale. So obviously you can't do too much if you've got 2 level 3 scales. You need those higher scales, or vice versa. But they definitely do help to make rank 4 plays, and definitely help to make your contact fusion plays for Dinosaur, and just set up way more combo plays, because you've got more Draco Slayers in graveyard and extra deck than you would beforehand. And I think Rescue Rabbit is a great card choice to allow more synergy with the Draco Slayers, especially since Master and Vector are both normal monsters, as we know. And the new card that was released, True Draco Awakening, I believe it has a different name now here in the TCG. Basically, if you control a Slayer and a Master, or no, if you control a Draco Slayer and Drake Overlord, you can special a Drake Overlord from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions, which will be a way better card when I think it's called Amorph Psycho. It's like a ritual card for Draco Slayers. It's Drake Overlord at level 8, and it's basically a Unicorn with 2800 attack. It's a really good card, and if Draco-Pals or Dark Pepe, what have you, has the ability to basically get those cards on field, which now with the more prominent Draco Slayer engine, it'll definitely be something that they can pull off and basically summon out a free 2800 Unicorn, and on top of that, with the Pendulum summoning mechanic, just absolutely wreck your day even harder than before. That's enough about that. DDD side, he opened up with the Twin Twisters, he had the Wavering Eyes, but then he dropped the Raigeki, he got the Necro Slam Engrave, which is really the main goal of that Twin Twister, hitting him an MST and a Wavering Eyes. Still good, allow his contract to go off and not running the MST. He had Pendulum Sorcerer with a Wavering Eyes. Pretty decent card. He's got Lamia now. Lamia will set up some really good synchro plays, it being a level 1 tuner that you can just summon out by sending one DD or Dark Contract from your hand to the graveyard to special summon it from hand or graveyard, but of course it banishes itself when it leaves the field if you summon it by that effect, just like a lot of level 1 tuners in the game do. Or level 2, I guess, if you want to count Plagues better. You got Recover, Jet Synchron, all those cards. It's going to just join the group, but mainly for DDDs. So now we've got a Dark on board, thanks to Swamp King. And he'll get rid of the Swamp King to now summon the Lamia. Going to make a level 8 Synchro. I believe he goes for Hexblood. Siegfried Hexblood, Curse King, whatever his name is, Hexblood, and he'll fusion for Genghis. Gonna set up a really interesting play here. Gonna net him a free summon basically off the summon of Hexblood. Now Genghis will trigger on the summon of the Hexblood to summon out Dark. And he'll swing in with all of those, almost putting enough damage for game. That's 2,800, 2,800, and 2,000. That's 56, that's 7,600 damage right there. Lizard Draw and Pendulum Sorcerer, penalty him out, Lizard Draw. And then he's going to Raigeki. Now, stop right there before you head into the comment section. I know Hexblood could have negated the Raigeki. Don't worry about it. If you're worrying about DDDs making a misplay like that, he did realize soon after that he could have negated it. He was telling me about it earlier when he was watching this the playback footage. He's like, yeah, after I let that Raigeki go, he was like, yeah, I could have negated that. And obviously he didn't want to go through the hassle of like, oh, could I take that back? Because, you know, that's just a pain in the ass. And, you know, Pepe player over there would be a lot saltier than he already is with the position that he's been put in. He has a set monster, which I believe is a Vector, and he's got himself a level 3 Lizard Draw, just chilling there, not really doing too much for him. And now that he's fusioned out Beowulf, he basically has game right now. He's just going to pierce through anything he has, and I believe Vector has 0 defense, so it doesn't matter. It's actually kind of nice that he let the Raigeki go through so he could make this play and get that sweet victory in a different way, you know, going for that piercing damage. Gonna pierce right through his, trying to wall up. That's one of the things that my brother would always say is like, if they try to wall up, you could just go into your Beowulf and you can just start piercing, and that's how you're gonna go for game. And as we see there, that's exactly what's gonna happen. He's gonna go first this game, Upstart, for that consistency. I think it's still a key card for DDDs even at this point with their new support. I think Upstart is still definitely a card that should be played. Allows you to get your combo pieces a lot faster. Deck thin. Again, the deck still isn't as consistent. Definitely more consistent than the TCG build that we have to play with now. But definitely still helps. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Upstart helps. I think it's a great card to play. So we've got Copernicus. Gonna send Lamia to the graveyard. By its effect, which ended in its normal special summon, you can Foolish Burial any DD card from your deck. Very, very good. It's like you play 2 Foolish Burials in the deck, and I believe he only plays 1 Copernicus. And it seems like that'll just be enough for him anyways. So now we see Hexblood on the field by way of Dark and Lamia. And he's going to open up with the Rhoda over there on the Dark Pepe side of things. Or on that brown Spellground. Both Spellgrounds in this matchup looking very professional. Both very nice looking Spellgrounds, if I must add. You're not going to negate the Rhoda. I don't think it'd be very, very much worth it to negate the Rhoda. Chalicing the Armageddonite. You're gonna stop his play. Now here's the interesting thing. Okay, he activates double Pendulum Sorcerer, guys. He activates double Pendulum Sorcerer. And he tries to get away with the slick Effect Veiler here when he Wavering Eyes. But you can't use Effect Veiler during your turn. It's common sense, right? It's pretty funny he tried to do that. And I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it's locals. It really doesn't matter too much. And Hexblood is going to negate the Wavering Eyes, of course. Now he's left himself there with 2 Pendulum Sorcerers. That's one thing you definitely want to be careful with. Something that I was always careful with when I played Ignites. It's like when you put 2 things in your scales that have the same scale, you better make sure you can get rid of them, or else in this situation like we saw here, you definitely couldn't Valor the Hexblood. It's on your own turn, you can't use Valor. And he's going to stop the Wavering Eyes to leave him there with those useless scales that he has. And now the Valor will come down as we saw, to stop the Kepler. That is not going to even matter, though, too much, because he's going to summon out Lamia, and he's going to go into a rank 1. Pretty interesting. We don't see rank 1s too often. This is a personal tech choice of his. It's Ghost Trick Dullahan. Basically, you can attach material to target 1 monster your opponent controls and have its current attack until the end of the turn. Very, very good card. Combos extremely well with number 38. Titanic Galaxy Harbinger of Hope. I think that's what it's called. It's coming out in the Infinite Gold series. which I think is fantastic. It's going to be a great set. I'll definitely be picking some of that up and doing an unboxing video just for you guys. So be looking forward to that. But he's going to negate the Wavering Eyes. He's going to Veil of the Rabbit. Rabbit banishes for cost, I do believe. So that'll wrap that up right there. I believe that's the end of game 1. And we're going to... Actually, no, I think that's going to be it for the match. It's a Swift 2-0 on the behalf of DDD. I thought that was just game 1 because I won so fast. But as you guys can tell... DDD and the OCG state, definitely nothing to mess around with. Definitely a very competitive deck, as you can see, as it just stomped Pepe right there. Dark Pepe, Draco-Pals, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to call his build Draco-Pals because it's not. I don't know. I guess they're kind of the same thing. I guess they're all Draco-Pal now, which is Draco Slayer, Performer Pal. It really doesn't make no difference. I guess I'm just going to start calling them all Draco-Pals, because I think that's what everybody else is calling them. Not so much Dark Pepe. It's not really Performage and Performer Pals in there, but you guys get what I'm saying. I really do hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, if that DDD deck profile is something you would like to see, it's in the description for you guys. Head on out over there, and I'll see you in that video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about DDD in the upcoming future, and what you guys think Draco-Pals will be able to do in the future as far as their new playstyle. I think it's a little bit more explosive, maybe not as bestly displayed in this video, but his turn 1 was actually pretty good. Rafflesia Magister and a Ignister, I think. Pretty strong turn. Out of with the Regeki though, no big deal. And another thing I want to ask you guys is, before you go, if you would like to see a new Yu-Gi-Oh series on the channel where I do basically test hands, do some solitaire hands with certain decks, just, you know, draw a couple random hands going first, random hands going second, make some plays, some boards and stuff, and just kind of help myself get better with the deck, spend more time with certain decks I have, and help you guys, you know, learn your own deck a little bit more, or help you guys adjust to a new deck that you're trying to learn. If that's something that interests you, let me know on Twitter, let me know in the comments. I'll be gladly happy to start doing that type of series, and I've got some deck profiles coming up, Kaiju and Synchrofusionist, and possibly Mermails again. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll stop talking, and I'll see you guys in the next one, Winter Kills, signing out.